Forgotten creatures or unknown cryptids. Life finds a way in the darkest of corners, and it's not always a pretty sight. And they emerge when we least expect them. So, take a seat and stay with me, because these creepy anomalies might be more disturbing than you think. The ghost hunter went to the abandoned house, as such places are the home of evil spirits. But as he approached the house, he noticed something strange. At first, long fingers appeared through the window, stretching out unnaturally, sending a wave of unease through him. Then, suddenly, a head emerged, and he realized it was none other than the legendary Skinwalker. Its glowing eyes and sinister grin filled him with terror. At that moment, he understood that sometimes it's best to stay away from certain places. Letting out a scream, he turned and ran, hoping to never return to that haunted house again. Woods Mystery. On July 13th, 2024, a trail cam video captured a strange mystery deep in the woods, far from civilization. The grainy clip showed a pale humanoid figure lurking behind a tree. It stood eerily still, staring right at the camera. Viewers felt chills as they heard the unsettling, otherworldly noises it made. With dark, sunken eyes and an unusually large head, the creature looked a lot like the Rake, known for hunting at night with sharp claws and creepy sounds. Was this a real sighting of something that shouldn't exist? Or just a clever hoax? The mystery surrounding the figure remains unsolved, leaving everyone to wonder, what truly lurks in those shadowy woods? Abandoned building. An urban explorer went inside an abandoned building, camera in hand. As he made his way down the creaky stairs, he was shocked to find the entire floor flooded. The water reflected the dim light. Everything seemed fine until, suddenly, strange noises echoed all around him. To make things worse, he threw an object into the water, challenging the unseen entities. Then, he looked into one of the flooded rooms and froze. A figure with a pale face stared directly at him, dressed in a black robe. He panned his camera up the stairs and back down to the room, but the figure had vanished. Watchful Shadow. In March 2009, footage emerged from Northumberland in northeast England. In the footage, a dark figure suddenly emerged from behind some bushes. It moved quickly, almost like it was stalking. The man in the video noticed it too. Panic surged through him. Without a second thought, he ran. What was this figure? It looked like a djinn, a black shadow with no features. The unsettling feeling stayed with him. Some things, once seen, can never be unseen. Drain Terror.
I'm Holly, and that's Jack.
A local TV reporter was sent to investigate a mysterious figure spotted near storm drains. With her cameraman, she bravely ventured into the dark sewage tunnels, which many believed were home to the homeless. But what they discovered was far more unsettling. As they explored deeper, the legend of Ratman emerged from the shadows. This urban myth, once thought to be a mere story, was now sitting right before them. She nervously placed the mic in front of its face, but just as it was about to speak, the video abruptly ended. The chilling encounter felt just like the horror film VHS 94, merging myth with a creepy reality. The Cave's Secret. While passing by a quiet roadside in India, a local explorer noticed something strange near a dark cave. Curious, he stopped and moved closer. What he found left him speechless. A man covered in mud, sitting cross-legged at the cave's entrance, his unusually long legs and closed eyes, as if deep in meditation. Locals thought that this man had been meditating in the cave for over 30 years, seeking a divine connection far beyond the physical world. Swamp creature. What if the water hid something terrifying? A fisherman was curious about what lurked beneath the surface. He tossed a chicken into the dark water as bait and waited in fear. Suddenly, a huge figure rose from the depths, covered in thick hay and sporting a horrifying face that seemed to emerge from a nightmare. The creature moved slowly toward the bait, its eyes gleaming with hunger. It reached out, grabbed the chicken in a flash, and swallowed it whole. Then, without making a sound, it sank back into the murky depths. The water settled, but the fisherman remained frozen in shock. He realized he had seen something truly mysterious. Forest phantom. A trail camera was set up to catch pictures of wildlife at night. One night, it recorded something strange that left everyone shocked. A shadowy figure appeared, moving silently on all fours. At first glance, it seemed like an animal, but as it came closer, its tall, pale body stood out against the darkness. The creature moved in a way that'll send chills down your spine. Some people believe it was a skinwalker, a spooky figure from local legends. Others think it could be a rake. The truth is still unknown, and the eerie thought remains. This strange creature might still roam the forest. Stay cautious if you get into this part of the woods. You never know what you might encounter. Whispers in the dark. In a village, whispers about a strange creature spread quickly. Locals talked fearfully about it, but no one dared to investigate. They called it the Gaunt beast. This creature appeared only at night, lurking at the edge of the dense forest. One brave villager decided to capture it. As he moved closer, he saw three figures with long, thin legs that looked like bones covered in pale skin. Their unsettling movements made it seem like they weren't from this world. No one knew where this gaunt beast came from, but villagers claimed it watched them from the shadows. Some believed it was an ancient curse, and villagers believe the beast is waiting for its next victim. Watcher in woods.
Je suis comme ça en train d'aller à l'école.
In the middle of a thick forest, a local found himself lost. He started vlogging to keep his nerves steady, but soon he had a strange feeling. It was like someone was watching him. He turned around slowly, hoping it was just his imagination, but what he saw made his blood run cold. It was something in the shadows. Before he could even process it, he was running, dashing through the trees, with only one thought: escape. He didn't look back. Later, the slowed-down footage showed a pale creature chasing him. We can only hope he made it out safely. White lady.
Look at Carly!
Get up here, Carly!
Two kids were playing outside, but then his little girl wandered off, drawn to a quiet spot near the garden. She spotted someone. A lady. Or at least, that's what she thought. They were interacting, but something was wrong. As the girl got closer, she realized this wasn't an ordinary person. The lady had a pale, grayish skin, almost lifeless. Her hair was wild and messy, and she had hands that stretched too long. Then panic hit. She turned and ran, but when she looked back, nothing. The figure was gone, like it had vanished into the air. Some say it was a ghost. Others think it was something far more sinister.
Get up here, Carly!
The hell was that? The hell was that?
Nightstalker. A creepy creature was spotted in the streets one night. Locals were drawn to it, curiosity pushing them forward. It had several long legs, stretching out like they didn't belong. Its body was covered in metallic fur that shimmered. But just as quickly as it appeared, the creature vanished into the darkness. The night was silent again, but whispers filled the air. What was it? Later, it was revealed that this wasn't just any creature. It was an Alibat Slala, a being from the Saisi world, a mysterious spirit world. People couldn't help but wonder, had it really escaped from its world? Or was it always here, watching, waiting for the right moment to show itself? Shape-shifting encounter. A trail camera recently captured a scary event that left viewers questioning what they saw. There it was. A tall, dark creature with glowing red eyes appeared, standing there for about 10 seconds. Then, as suddenly as it had risen, it sank back below the surface. Moments later, a human figure emerged from the same spot, disoriented, before walking away. This strange sight led many to believe the camera had caught a shape-shifting creature, likely a skinwalker, an entity said to take on the forms of animals or humans to deceive and manipulate. The creature is still unidentified. Nightmare encounter. In a quiet town, a local decided to explore an abandoned building one night, armed only with a flashlight. As he pushed, the creaky door opened. From the darkness, a pale, humanoid creature moved towards him. In his rush to escape, he couldn't get a clear video, but when he later slowed it down, viewers could see the creature's eerie shape. People whispered about what it could be, suggesting it might be a cryptid like the Rake or a skinwalker. The town buzzed with fear. I don't think anyone would dare to investigate again. Frightening discovery.
What the fuck is that? Shh, look.
The Canadian urban explorers learned a scary lesson during their visit to an old psychiatric hospital. As they approached an emergency door just a few steps away, a head suddenly appeared, watching them with cold, lifeless eyes. Suddenly, a strange figure crawled out from the shadows. It moved like a wild animal, stalking them with an unsettling grace. Before they could react, it lunged at them. Panic erupted, and the video ended abruptly. To this day, no one knows what happened to them after their shocking encounter.
Oh shit, let's go, fucking this way.
Unexpected encounter.
What the hell?
Driving down the highway, a woman spotted a strange truck rolling by, and her eyes went wide. Behind strong metal bars, two dinosaur heads poked out, each held tightly with straps. It looked like a scene right out of Jurassic Park. She quickly pulled out her phone and filmed the amazing sight as other drivers began to stare too. Could scientists really have brought dinosaurs back to life? Or were these creatures going to a secret lab? The driver couldn't shake the thought that real dinosaurs might be right there on the road with them.
What the heck?
The river's grip. A young fisherman cast his line into the deep waters, hoping for a good catch. Suddenly, he felt a heavy tug. But this wasn't the tug of a fish. Something was gripping his legs. He fought fiercely to free himself. A black ghost was there behind all this. Finally, after what felt like an end of life for him, he broke free. He rushed onto the riverbank. But as he looked back at the water, he couldn't catch a second thought as to him the ghost was still watching, waiting for its next chance to drag someone down into the depths.
Amor!
Eyes in forest. A local went deep into the forest, camera in hand, ready for adventure. But what he found was anything but ordinary. As he moved through the trees, he caught sight of something, a creature with glowing eyes and sharp horns. He quickly started filming, his hands shaking. Was it real? Some who saw the footage thought it might be the legendary chupacabra. Others whispered it could be a dragon, or something not of this world at all. The sighting sparked a wave of rumors in town, but one thing was clear. Whatever that horned creature was, it left people wondering just how close the unknown really is. Maybe closer than they ever thought. Roadside encounter. On the side of the road, a runner found a strange creature blocking his path. At first, He thought it was a big dog. He zoomed in with his camera, but what happened next was unbelievable. The creature turned and almost stood up, and suddenly the video cut off. What started as a simple sighting turned into something scary. This was not an ordinary animal. The horned creature, covered in jet black fur, looked like something the guy had never seen before. Netizens are now trying to figure out what this creature could be. Was it some kind of demon? If I saw such a thing, I would likely run away as fast as possible. Hoping candle. Late at night, the residents of a village saw something strange. A mysterious object with fire on top of it was hovering just above the ground. There was no support. It moved slowly, rising up and down from behind a wall. It felt like some kind of demonic creature was making itself known, scaring everyone away. But nothing could be said for sure. I can only hope things turned out okay for the locals. But the sight, it still leaves you wondering, right? What could it have been?
Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah.
Haunted River's Edge. A Cambodian team set out to explore a riverbank filled with dark stories. Locals often spoke of the chilling past, where tragedies cast shadows over the water. As they walked along the bank, a pale figure appeared, sitting quietly by the water's edge. Its face was blurred, and when the team moved closer, the figure vanished beneath the surface. Was it a boy, lost in a mudslide? Some locals believe the river held the spirits of children buried nearby. In hopes of bringing peace, the team left offering prayers for the souls. Hidden secrets. In Malaysia, scientists stumbled upon an unexplored forest, eager to reveal its mysteries. While filming, they caught an astonishing sight. As the camera panned through the trees, an alien-like creature peeked out from behind the grass, its appearance both mysterious and frightening. When the cameraman moved closer for a better look, the creature vanished without a trace, leaving the team in shock. The next day, they reported their strange encounter to the authorities, but no response, even though they were asked to be quiet. Why was this creature being hidden from the public? Are aliens really in contact with authorities? The forest seemed to guard its secret for now. Last exploration. A young YouTuber decided to explore a forest near his city park during the night. Armed with only his camera and flashlight, he ventured into the dark. As he walked deeper, a shadow stretched longer. But soon, strange noises began echoing around him. Nervously, he turned back toward the park. There, he saw an unearthly, terrifying figure standing just off the path. His video captured the chilling moment. Days later, authorities found his recordings while investigating his mysterious disappearance. Those who saw the footage believe he encountered dark entities, ones that may have dragged him to the unknown. Creepy discovery. On October 26, 2023, a local resident shared unsettling footage from a trail cam that left viewers puzzled. The grainy video revealed a pale, humanoid creature crawling through the dense forest. Its disturbingly thin body resembled a human, but was far too bizarre to be one. Many believed it to be the Rake, a creature known to haunt the nightmares of countless individuals. The footage left a lasting impression on all who dared to watch. Are you going to re-watch it? Black creature. A video caught something strange, a figure slowly crawling out from beneath it. At first, it looked like a dog, but then, as the camera zoomed in closer, the sight became clear. A werewolf. It looked like an old tale had come to life. What started out of curiosity quickly turned into a shocking moment, and as you watch, I'm sure you can't help but wonder, how close is this thing to where you are right now? Night visitor. A doorbell camera caught something that left residents shaken. It started as a quiet night, but then it appeared. A figure in a white dress, bald, with a face that looked distorted, almost twisted. He stood there staring at the door. Then, without warning, he began banging his head against it, over and over. The sound echoed through the night. Some say it was a ghost. Maybe the old man's spirit from the graveyard nearby. This town has its legends after all. And now, people wonder if he's really back, and if so, who will he visit next? Forest haunt. Something strange was caught on camera, deep in the woods. But what makes it eerie? The horse nearby sensed it first, staring from behind a tree with hollow black eyes, almost like it was not ready to reveal its identity. Nobody can say for sure what it was, or why it was there. But now, people can't shake the feeling that something unknown might be watching from those woods. An alien, or any being we are not aware of. But now, one thing is sure. Woods are home for these unknown creatures. Visitor on gate. Captured by a CCTV camera, a man opened the gate to his house, but just outside, something strange lay on the ground, a dark, blurry shape that he didn't notice at all. As he swung the gate open, his dog rushed out, but then it froze. Eyes wide, locked onto the eerie shape. The dog barked, probably sensing something was off. In an instant, the shadow lifted off the ground and moved up into the sky. The man remained, unaware that the shape was a ghost, only visible to his dog. Pets often see things we cannot. Sometimes, it's wise to listen to them. They might warn us about things we can't see. Bear sighting? A local resident recently captured a video that sparked excitement and debate about a creature believed to be a myth. The footage showed a large figure sitting quietly under a tree, barely visible in the background. Some viewers were convinced it was the Sasquatch, while others speculated it might be someone in a costume. The video left everyone on edge, starting discussions about whether this could be one of the rarest sightings of Sasquatch ever recorded. Was it truly the legendary creature? As the debate continues, the viral video keeps the legend of Sasquatch alive. Mysterious creature. A video circulating on social media has sparked both curiosity and fear, showing what some believe to be a mysterious creature from HA's elusive Mante tribe. The 16-second clip captures a strange, monkey-like figure with a small body and an almost human-like face, creating a spooky atmosphere. In the footage, locals appear to have encountered the creature deep in a forest. It hides behind trees and plants, as if trying to avoid human presence. While its exact location remains unknown, the sighting has led to speculation about whether this could be a rare member of the Mante tribe. The creature's sudden appearance has left many questions. Ghostly encounter. A foreign decided to explore a creepy, abandoned house in broad daylight. Before even stepping inside, he unknowingly captured a terrifying sight. As he panned the camera across the outside of the house, a ghostly figure could be seen moving inside. According to locals, the house belonged to an old man who refused to leave, even after he passed this world. People believe his spirit still roams, protecting the house from anyone who dares to get too close. Canal mystery. A CCTV camera caught something strange on a road by a canal. In the footage, the man stands on the edge of the canal and jumps in. Moments later, a woman appears at the other edge, leaping in to swim with him. No one could identify who they were, sparking fear and curiosity. Were they real people, or something far more sinister? Social media users quickly circulated the clip, calling them demons. After that, no one dared to go through this canal at night, so you better not visit it as well. Crab encounter. A local camera picked up something strange in the river. At first, just a ripple, barely noticeable. But then, the camera zoomed in, and that's when the shock hit. It was a giant crab, its body submerged in the water. But what really stood out were its eyes, glowing red, cutting through the murky water. The sight was mesmerizing. So, what was it? A failed experiment? Something left over from a lab experiment gone wrong? Or maybe something darker, like a demon trapped in this poor creature? I'll let you be the judge. Mysterious encounter. While hiking through a trail in a national park, a family felt someone was out there. someone who was looking at them. Suddenly, from behind a tree, a large, shadowy figure peeked out. Here you have it. A legendary Bigfoot. Its eyes seemed to follow their every move. Just as quickly as it appeared, the Sasquatch vanished into the forest. What had just happened? They were left with only the thrill of their encounter. Encounter on Road.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan.
At night, on an empty road, a local spotted an old farm tractor rolling slowly along. It seemed harmless, just carrying a load of wood. But as he got closer, something felt wrong. Sitting on the tractor was a figure, draped in white, completely still. People say it was a ghost, a spirit haunting this path. No one knows why it's there. Would you risk driving down that road alone? What if that figure turned to follow you?
Ela dunia kawan santai.
Haunting discovery. A ghost hunter caught something eerie on camera. The footage showed a dark shape suddenly appearing, trying to break through a wooden wall. It looked like something trapped inside was fighting to get out. The figure thrashed and pushed against the wood, making it creak. What could it be? Was it a ghost trying to escape? Or perhaps a witch trapped for years, looking for freedom? The hunter's heart raced. Whatever it was desperate to break free. And now, he couldn't shake the feeling that if it came out, nothing would be the same again. Haunting legend. Deep in the woods of Wexford County, Michigan, a chilling tale began in 1887. Witnesses claimed to see a creature towering over 7 feet tall. It had piercing blue or amber eyes, standing like a man, but looking like a wild dog. This fearsome figure became known as the Michigan Dogman. Locals say its bone-chilling howl echoes through the night, eerily resembling a human scream. Every 10 years, on years ending in 7, the Dogman is said to emerge. Sightings spread across Michigan, especially in the shadowy forests of the northwestern Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend gained even more attention when stories were turned into songs. Today, this creature remains a haunting figure in local folklore. Aquarium encounter. In the corridor of the aquarium, something unusual happened. A strange creature suddenly appeared. It moved in quick, jerky jumps, almost like a frog. But this was no frog. It looked like the Dobby, a character from Harry Potter. And it wasn't just wandering. It seemed to be headed for the stairs. A man sat on a nearby bench, completely unaware. And then the video cut off. What was it doing? Where did it go? No one really knows. But if you ever find yourself alone in an aquarium, maybe take a second look at what's around you, just in case you may get it. Midnight encounter. What would you do if the shadows came to life? In the abandoned school, a local was live streaming his midnight adventure. Suddenly, he froze. Just a few steps away, a pocong, a spirit from Indonesian folklore, stood silently, wrapped in white. Its hollow gaze was fixed on him. He was terrified, but couldn't look away. The moment he turned down his camera, nothing was the same. One moment it was there, and the next, nothing but shadows. What would you do if you came across Pocong? Strange woman. A home security camera captured this unsettling sight late at night. A woman seemed to be standing in the kitchen. At first glance, everything seems normal. But wait, and you'll notice something's off. Her arms stretch unnaturally long in ways that feel wrong. And that smile, it's wide and creepy. What is she doing there? Can you imagine seeing something like this in your own home? The thought alone is enough to leave anyone thoroughly scared. Eerie presence. A local, out of his curiosity, visited an abandoned house. There it was. A shadow stood upright, almost like a human figure. It was hard to tell what it really was. Was it a ghost? The footage is grainy and unclear, adding to the mystery. What was it doing there? Some say it might be the spirit of someone who once lived there. Others think it could be a trick of the light or a reflection. What do you think it could be? The mystery only grows with each new guess. Haunting woman. The video spread quickly across the internet, scaring those who watched it. In the footage, a woman stepped out of an old, broken-down house. Her face was strange as her eyes were out of place, one higher than the other. People online couldn't stop talking about it. Some said she was cursed by a witch, trapped in a form that was neither alive nor lifeless. Others thought she might be a spirit, lost and wandering. But one thing was clear. Those haunting eyes stayed with anyone who saw them, leaving a feeling that was hard to shake. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. On a quiet beach in Sri Lanka, locals stumbled upon a haunting sight. A figure was found lying still on the sand, tangled up in a fishing net. At first, it almost looked like a person, but something was different. Its body seemed built for the ocean. Could it really be a mermaid? It looked as though a fisherman had caught it, tangled it in his net, then abandoned it here. The locals quickly set to work, freeing the creature from its rough trap. This rescue was truly a one-in-a-million moment, a memory that would stay with them forever. Later, the beach became a hot spot for tourists. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.